Hello everyone, myself Mitesh Savalya from Praveen Patil Polytechnic, lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department. In the previous video, we have started with the unit number 4, that is magnetic circuit. So in the first video of unit number 4, we have learned about the important definitions regarding to the magnetic circuit. In the second video, we have learned about the comparison of magnetic circuit and electric circuit. Whereas in the third video, we have learned about a series connected magnetic circuit, and we have also derived the formula for series connected magnetic circuit. In this video, we are going to learn about the characteristics of the magnetic circuit. How the magnetic circuit behaves when AC supply or when electric supply is applied across it. So in this video, we are going to learn the behavior of the magnetic circuit when the electric circuit is applied as the input. So first topic is BH curve. A BH curve plots the changes in the magnetic circuit flux density to the magnetic field intensity or the magnetic field strength. As the magnetic field strength is gradually increased or decreased, the resulting shape indicates how flux density increase or decrease due to the gradual alignment of the magnetic domain. So, when the graph is plotted between a magnetic flux density and magnetic flux intensity, so when the magnetic flux density is increased gradually or magnetic field. So when the magnetic field intensity is increased or decreased, so the shape resulting indicates how gradually alignment of the magnetic domain within the magnetic circuit material. Now, H is the symbol of magnetic field strength, which is defined as the magnetomotive force per unit length of a magnetic circuit, where the magnetomotive force is provided by the current carrying coil wound around that magnetic circuit. The magnetomotive force is the product of current flowing through the coil and the number of turns expressed in the amperes, although often spoken as ampere turns. Now, here in the BH curve, H represents the symbol of magnetic field strength, which is defined as the magnetomotive force per unit length of the magnetic circuit, where the magnetomotive force is provided by the current carrying coil wound around that magnetic circuit. Now, magnetomotive force is given by, it is the product of the coil, current flowing through the coil, and the number of turns expressed in the amperes, although it can also be called as ampere turns. Now we will see the parallel magnetic circuit. The magnetomotive force gives rise to the magnetic flux within the magnetic circuit, the intensity of which is termed as a flux density. That is, the symbol is B. That means whenever a magnetomotive force is increased, it will also increase the magnetic flux within the magnetic circuit. The intensity of flux, which in turn is called as a flux density, and the symbol of this flux density is called as a B. The unit of this magnetic flux density is called as a Tesla. Now, from the diagram, we can see the BH curve for the different materials. So, as you can see, on x-axis, magnetic field intensity is represented. On the y-axis, magnetic flux density is represented. And as we go on increasing the magnetic field strength, the magnetic flux density also increases. Now here we have, you can see, for the air, the BH curve is a linear graph. It is continuously increasing. For the iron, it is slightly increasing and exponential in nature, whereas in case of steel, it is highly in exponential nature. Now, the use of BH curve, where the BH curve is used, soft ferromagnetic material such as iron or silicon steel have very narrow magnetic hysteresis loop, resulting in very small amount of residual magnetism, making them ideal for the use in relays, solenoids and transformers, as they can easily magnetize or demagnetize. Now, as we have a soft ferromagnetic material, so as it is soft in nature, so the crystalline structure of the soft ferromagnetic material will be very rigid. So as the structure of ferromagnetic material is rigid, so the residual magnetism for the ferromagnetic material will be very much less. So the hysteresis loop for the ferromagnetic material will be narrow in nature. Now, magnetic hysteresis results in the dissipation of the wasted energy in the form of heat, with the energy wasted being in proportion to the area of magnetic hysteresis loop. That means, as the hysteresis loop of the material gets broader, so to neutralize that residual magnetism, we will require additional energy, and that additional energy is termed as a waste energy. So, as much as the broader hysteresis loop is resulting in the material, that means that material have a higher amount of losses. Now, hysteresis losses are always a problem in AC transformers, where the current is constantly charging or current is constantly changing in direction, and thus the magnetic poles in the core will cause a loss because they constantly reverse their direction. That means, in case of AC signal, the magnetic poles gets continuously changed, and as the magnetic poles continuously gets changed, the losses in the magnetic circuit gets increased. The rotating coils in a DC machine also incur the hysteresis loss, as they alternately pass through the north to the south magnetic pole. That means, in case of a DC magnetic circuit, it have a permanent magnet having a permanent N pole and S pole, but while rotation, the motor passes through the north pole and south pole continuously. So, in the DC machines also, it will have higher amount of hysteresis losses. Thus, the BH curve and hysteresis loop are the valuable tools for comparing the characteristics and behavior of the material. So, this was all about the unit number 4, that is magnetic circuit. If you have any doubt, you can call me or you can message me. Thank you.